because just theoretical thing will not work. So I believe most of all of you should do on your when we are doing something, we can do on your end also. So I'll just show you how we can go ahead. So I'll just share the screen. Hold on. So as I said, SQL is a structured query language which can be used on any database. So we have seen a lot of databases yesterday, that Oracle, SQLite. Okay. Basically, SQL can work on, as I said yesterday also, it will work on any of database with minor changes for each database. So there will be some little syntax changes, but overall it will be same for all databases. So okay, so I'll share screen. Just let me know you can see the screen. So you can see the screen, right? Just it's loading. Just hold on.
Yeah, we can see.
Okay. So yesterday, okay, fine. Okay, so basically, yesterday just we have gone through some slides, but now we'll start. So as I said, a database is a collection of data. So in simple terms, it's like if you see compare it with Excel sheet, you have headers and data, right? Headers and records. So headers are like we can see the attributes of the data. Okay, so for example, we have name, name, employee age, employee salary, employee position. These are called as attributes of data. Okay, these are columns basically, and records will be in the rows. So whatever employee records will be in the rows of kind of Excel. So in this case, it will be in the table basically. It is a table format. Okay. So basically, data is stored in the table format in the database. Just remember this. So all are like kind of tables. Like similar, we can compare it with the Excel tables. Like Excel, we have data like rows and columns. Similarly, we have rows and columns in database. Okay. So now there are two types of databases, like relational and non-relational. So basically, relational is we can relate the two tables. Okay. So we see how we can relate the tables. Like department table can be related to employee table because employee will have some department as such. In simple terms, each employee will be working in some department. So department table is a table where we have department name and department number, which can be related to employees because employees are working in particular department. So we can relate those tables. That is called relational database management system, right? So in the RDBMS, it's called RDBMS. Okay, RDBMS is where we can relate the tables, okay, in the database. Okay, so common use, these are non-RDBMS, which are not like MongoDB or Amazon and all this. They are called non-RDBMS. There are no relations. Okay. So in this relation system, we have relation between two tables. So let's just remember it. RDBMS is a relational database management system. I will come to know later when we are actually doing these things. Okay.
Prashant, I mean, I didn't understand non-RDBMS. Like how without any relation we will be able to.
No, these are standalone databases. I mean, these don't need any like relations. Okay, so these are like if you have some Excel sheet, right? Simple Excel sheet which will have data which is not related, like it is a standalone. We call it as a standalone data. Okay. In that case, there is no relation required between, as I said, in RDBMS, we can have employee data, department data. But in the non-RDBMS, we don't need any relation as such. We have simple like data which don't need any relation. So those data, that is called non-relational. So basically, mostly we are working in the relational database management system. But you should know that there are some non-relational also. I'm not sure. Maybe you may work on other databases like MongoDB and all. These are specialized. Maybe these are technologies where we can have a non-RDBMS. But mostly for data science and all, it is all related RDBMS. We will be using mostly RDBMS. Okay, so just this is for like you don't have to go in deep on these things. Just remember this non-relational is we don't have any relation between two entities. Okay, so it's just like a simple data without any relation, key value pair or whatever. Okay, so I'll show you some examples also.
Yeah.
Okay, but for now you can just remember this RDBMS and non-RDBMS. Okay, I have to go in. It's not that. See now. See, this is a kind of non-RDBMS where we have just customers. So we don't have to relate those customers. We have customers list. So it's customer ID, name and age, whatever. So that is just an example of non-RDBMS. Okay. It doesn't have any relationship. I don't have any data which is related to customers. I'm just playing plain simple list of customers. Okay. So that is non-RDBMS. So I'm just keeping the record of customers. That is non-RDBMS. Okay. Simple terms. So we are not doing any operations on that, just keeping the list. This is a very simple database. Okay. Okay. Now relational database is where we will be more involved in this relational database because that is more important. So in the RDBMS, data is stored in some tabular format. Okay. So as I said, customer ID is your property or attribute of that data. So we'll have a number of records with customer ID. We will 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then we have first name, last name, and phone number, country. So this is the RDB. This is the tabular format, basically. Okay. The data is stored in the tabular format. Okay. So clear about this?
Yeah.
Okay. So any doubt you can ask if you don't understand. This is a very simple thing like we have header and records. So similarly, it is stored in the table in the database. Okay. Okay. So first row is called attribute of the table. Okay. And then each row after that contains data of the customer. Okay. So basically, we see this is the attribute is customer ID, first name, last name, phone, country. These are attributes. And the records are like 1, John Doe, all these things. Okay. These are called records. So this is the data of the customer. So as I said, RDBMS we can relate these tables. So that's why it is called relational. That we'll see later how it is related, how we can relate the tables. But for now, just remember this is in tabular format. The data is in tabular format in the RDBMS system. Okay. So are you clear? RDBMS. RDBMS is like relational. That we'll see how it is related. So we don't have table now. We have only one table here. So we'll come to know about how to relate the tables when we have more than one table. Okay. Right now we have one customer's table. Okay. So RDBMS, just remember it's a relational database management system, which we will be working on more on this. Okay. So now I'll show the relationship how it is there. Okay. So there is an order table also. Now we have customers table, which is having customers data, and we have orders table, which will have order data. So each customer will place some orders. Okay. So that is called orders. That is in the orders table. We are keeping everything in this one table. We are keeping two separate tables. Okay. So customer table is different. Order table is different. But in orders table, you see there is order ID, paper, product, and total, and which is also having customer ID, which is in the customers table. And then we are mapping this customer ID to this customer ID of orders table. So that is called relation. So we are creating a relation between two tables. Okay. So if you see one customer ID having order ID 4 of John Doe, who is a customer having customer ID is 1, having the order ID is 4. So that customer has ordered books of total of 1,000. Okay. So that's the order of that particular customer. So we can keep the orders in the orders table. And we are creating relation with the help of customer ID. So how do we know that which order belongs to which customer? So are you clear? How we are creating relations?
Yeah.
So this is the RDBMS system where we have relation between two tables. So we are keeping all the information in different tables, but we are relating this because if you keep everything in one table, that is like a kind of totally it will be in the mess, like finding out the orders and all. So this is not a structured way of storing the data. So basically in RDBMS, we have this way of relationship between tables. So we can have 100 tables, which can be like we can relate these tables to each other. Okay. So a data will be in different tables, but we can always relate this whenever we want. Suppose you want to information of orders of John, I can just go to John and take out his customer ID and then go to this table and fetch the records of orders from this key, that is customer ID. Okay. So this can be done with the SQL. Basically, SQL is used for querying the database, as you know. Okay. So we'll see how we can query the database.
Prashant,
Yeah.
if we have a third table, like there are two tables, customer order, and if we have third table,
Okay.
so there the customer ID should be present in the third table also to relate it.
Yeah, if it is related to customer, suppose we are having third table as customer, suppose we are keeping some other information about customer, like customer, suppose the customer has got some credits or some balances which are with the company. So we can have third table as customer accounts. Okay. And we can give amount in for that particular customer, what is the credits for that customer in that particular table. And also we can relate the same with the customer ID. Okay. So we have a number of, we can have a number of tables which are related to customers. Okay.
And all the tables should have customer
Common
ID as a
key, yes,
key.
yes. You should have some common key to relate. That's all.
Okay.
Otherwise, there is no point. I mean, you can't relate the tables. I mean, if you don't have something in common, right? So in this case, we have customer ID is a common key, common field between two tables to relate. Okay. So relations are through particular attribute of the table, like field, or we can call it as a key. Basically, it is called as a key. So this is the key now to customer ID from which we can relate the tables. Okay. So you can have many tables, not necessarily only one table. You can have many tables which are related to customers. Then we can have, suppose we have some other table as order details or something. We can relate this orders table to order details with the order ID. Okay. So if you want to keep for this particular order ID some more records, so we can always have order details table, which will be related to orders table with the order ID. Okay.
Okay.
Got this concept?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that's somewhat, it's not very, I mean, it's very simple. Like we are just relating the tables. That's all. Okay, so what else, what we can do in SQL is, yeah, so SQL, we can create databases, create tables, read data from table, insert data, update data, delete data. Okay, delete database tables, delete databases. See, all these things are, we can do it with SQL. But our part is related mostly when you are doing in data analysis, data analytics, and data science, we'll be mostly focusing on reading the table, reading the data, and mostly it's a reading the data. We are not, and mostly inserting the data, updating the data if you're like, so these things are creation all also you can do. There is some role called as DBA. So DBA is database administrator. So those roles, they have more on the managing databases. So generally for if in the big organization we have DBAs working on database. So they are creating like, a more administrative part of it. But we are mostly related to, your role will be more related to reading, because you will have already have data in the table, or may have to create the data in the table from Excel or something from other raw data. So you will be mostly creating data in the table, okay, and reading the data from the table, or you may have to modify the data, update the data. All these things can be done through SQL. Okay, so how it can be done, we'll see as we progress. Okay, so all these are done through SQL. All these activities. Okay, structured query language will be by using SQL, we will be doing all these things like creating data, creating tables, creating data, reading the data, inserting the data, updating the data, deleting the data, and all this. Okay, so all these are operations can be done by SQL using SQL, structured query language. Fine. So we'll see how it can be done. So let's go. So there are 4 types of command, like data definition language, data manipulation language, data control, and data query. So basically, data definition is where we are creating tables and all. Manipulation is like we are doing update, delete. So all these operations are under data manipulation. Control is more on the access side. That is, I said, as the DBAs, they do all these things like data control language. That is accessing. Suppose we have some tables in the database, so I don't want to give access to everybody. I can give access accounts table to only accounts people. Okay, so in that case, we need to have control over data, because anybody cannot access anything. So they are basically, suppose you are in some administrative department, then only the tables related to administration will be accessed by you. Or you are in account department, only tables related to accounts can be accessed by you. So these things, roles are created, okay, for users, which is done through data control. So these activities are done by DBAs. So database administrator doing all these activities, and you have access to whatever tables you want to access, okay, as per your requirement. So this is done by data control. So everything is in SQL only, but only thing is they have classified these commands, okay. Data query is just querying a database, like getting the information from the database. So these are the 4 major things, like DDL, DML, we call it as DDL, DML, DCL, and DQL. So what are these commands and all? We'll go when we'll do some actual activity on this. We'll come to know. So are you clear on these commands? I mean, just a classification. Okay, it is a classification of SQL commands. Data definition, data manipulation, data control, and data query. So these are major 4 types of command in SQL. Okay.
Yeah.
So so as I said, creating as a table is the create. Alter is altering table. So what is altering is like you want to drop some columns or something, you can do it, or drop the table itself. You can totally drop the table. Okay. Then inserting a record, updating a record, deleting the record. So this is called DDL, DML commands are insert, update, and delete. So basically they have classified these commands, like for inserting a record, updating a record, deleting a record, whatever SQL commands SQL language commands you're using, it comes under data manipulation. Okay, and data definition will have create, alter, drop. So these are commands to create a table, altering the table, okay, or deleting the table. Okay, so these are like they have classified these commands. Okay, control is like grant and revoke. So giving privilege to user is grant, and revoke the access. So I can grant the access to particular user for using that particular table. Okay, or probably say I want finance department to use only 5 tables. So I can give grant to only those 5 tables to finance user. So that can be done from data control, which will be under DBA role, basically. Not, I mean, data analyst and all, they don't do all these things. But at least you should you should have some idea. Like mostly these things are done by DBAs, database administrator. So you will have definitely whenever working for as a data analyst, so you will have access to all the tables you are supposed to do. I mean, you don't have to create grant for yourself. Like somebody will give grant for you. Okay, maybe DBA in that particular who is managing the database. Then data query is simple query which will retrieve some records from the data. Okay, so we'll see how select query works and all this whenever we go ahead. Okay, so these are the just you have to remember these are the commands of SQL which are classified as per its functioning. Okay. So I hope it is understood. Very simple, nothing complicated in this.
Prashant,
Yeah.
in DQL, when you say select, that means retrieve certain record.
Yes. Yes.
That means we perform something in DQL, is it?
DQL is a yeah, it's a simple query only, which
Okay.
is SQL command.
Based on the query that we are
Yes,
asked,
yes,
we
yes.
just give
So
them the
we have
data. That's
select
it.
query. We have select query. We have all these are queries basically. Insert is a query. So whenever you want to insert, you have to use the insert command.
Got
Okay.
okay. Got it.
And if you want to retrieve data from table, you have to use select command. But you have to form that command by yourself. Okay. Means you have to, if you want to select something from table, you have to first you have to say select. Okay. Then you will have that query form, and then you have table name also, right? Because you want to access from table name. So everything has to be formed, then execute that command basically. Then it will show you all the records. Okay.
Okay.
That you will see when we are actually doing.
This is already from what is already created, right? From that we
Yes,
would
yes,
retrieve.
exactly. So select command means you already have records with you.
Okay.
So that you are selecting. You're not creating any record. You already have records.
Got it.
Okay, so now see. So see, what you now what you can do is you can fire a query like this. Select. Now I have table like customers. So if you say select first name, commas, last name from customers, and last is semicolon. Okay, semicolon is the end of SQL command. So if you fire this query, you will see only first name and last name of that customer table. So just to understand this, how it works. So I believe everybody has got laptop, right? They are on laptop, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Prashant.
Yes, Prashant.
So I'll just share you the utility basically I am using, which will be help you, to understand how it works. Okay, so just I'll give you the link to open. Just hold on. So I'll just put there is one site here. I'll just show you how it works. We can do all these operations. So I'll just I don't know. Can where is I can, okay. So postpaid. So I am just everybody can see that link. Uh,
Yeah, we can see.
just go into that link. So basically, this is the best to understand how it works. You want to practice something, no? So that's I've been using this this particular utility, for those who are learning SQL and all. So I use this. It's a very simple and it is user friendly. So understand the concept basically. Okay. So can you see my screen or no? Are you able to see my screen?
No.
Yeah.
No.
No. Okay, just hold on.
It's not shared.
Yeah, I think it is gone. Okay. So I'll just share it again with SQL editor. So can you see this? Everybody has opened this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, now we'll just work on customers table. So if you go to your, if you see, I think everybody has opened this compiler, right? Online compiler. Okay. So if I see the query first, so my query will be my select first name, last name from the customers. Okay. Got it. So if you go to this, if you go to this screen, can you type here? See in the input, you can type the command, right? All of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, see on the right hand side, see the table here, right? Available tables. Correct?
Yes,
And
we can see.
select is a command I told you to query the database. So if you type select first name and last name, you just edit this last name. Okay. So everybody try this from customers and then you run the SQL. Okay. Okay, you will see only these two data. Down output, you will see only first name and last name. So everybody has executed this command.
Yes, Prashant.
Yes.
So this is the query, simple query. This is the basic query. Okay. So I want to just select first name and last name. So you can do anything in this. Just separate it with comma. So age. I'm putting age also in this. Okay. Whatever I want, I can put and run this query. It will come here in that same order. Okay. So if I type age first, age will come first. Okay. You will see the output in the same order. Understood? So everybody can type the commands in this. Right? And you see the table on the right hand side, you see the records and the output down. Okay? Clear? So you can select the field separated with comma.
So it doesn't matter whether we give additional space after the comma, is it?
No, that's not a problem. See,
Okay.
you can give like this, no issues. But the table, the output will be in same format. It won't have spaces.
Mm. Yeah.
I can give like this. Comma is a must. So you remove a comma and see what happens. Yeah, it works up. You see, I told you, all editors will not work the same way. Okay. I mean, your Oracle may not work without comma, right?
Mm.
So I told you there will be small changes. Sometimes it may work without comma also in some databases, but it is a good practice to put the comma after each field. Okay.
Yeah.
So in this case, what happened? You see only first name and last name, right? Age is not there. So age is not considered only. Okay. So this is your comma is a must, like.
No, in first name it is showing age.
Uh, age it is showing when we have comma here, right?
Yes,
What
yes.
do you
If
see
you remove
output?
that comma, it will show first name as age.
Yeah, correct. So in this case, I see here I see only first name. In my screen, I see first name and last name. I don't know what you see in your screen. So these are like some, every language, every database has got some syntax, so which may differ. But basic thing is when you want to select the fields, do it with comma is a separator basically. When you want to select, comma is a separator. Okay. So here what we see is you see the age here, but your heading is first name, right?
Yes.
So that's something weird you find, right? So I'll tell you why it is happening. Because it is taking heading as a first name, but it is showing age as a output. Understood? So we'll come to that. This is something different. This is actually correct way of, you can give some heading different for this particular age. So if I say here I want to put age in years. Okay. So I'll just put age in years. So this is just a heading, but I am seeing the field as age. Understood? Actually, that part is somewhat different, but now we have come across this thing. I am just showing you. Are you clear?
Yes, basically it will create a new header.
Correct. Exactly. It is creating header for this age field.
Age. Yes.
Exactly. You're right. So last name you can put, surname here. I am putting surname as the header. So what I have to do is I have give space in between and give a surname. So you'll see surname here, right? So you can change the heading. So by default, the heading will be whatever is the heading in the table. Okay, but if you want to change the heading, you can always change it with the space in between. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is your first query, basically. First name. You suppose you want to first name, you have to give heading as name only. So I can give name as a heading. Okay. So you can format your output as per your requirement. Okay. Understood? And there is no, space is not required. You can just have comma, which is like, but in this thing, you will need a space. Okay. If you want to give header, you have to have space in between. It will work.
But
So,
we have to have a relation between from where we are taking the data, right?
no,
We are
no,
giving
not
that
necessarily.
first name
No,
because
no, no. See, relation you can have, create the relation, but need not suppose you want to take the data from one table only, you need not have any relationship between other tables. If customer doesn't have any relation, that's fine because I want the data from customers only, right? So I need not have any
oh,
relation
so if
between
you take off this first name, still I will get the name, is it?
which one?
So we have
Yeah,
select
yeah, yeah.
first name.
Yeah, I can remove the header. I can remove this heading. I can just see
No,
the first name.
no. What I'm telling is, if you remove name, if you keep, and if you remove first name, will we get the data?
No. Because see, I just keep
Start relay.
name like this.
Uh,
But there is no field called as name in the table, right?
okay, that's what.
So it won't
That
work.
was my
Like,
question actually.
yeah, error, no such column name, right?
So keeping the relation, we can name it anything without any space, right?
No, actually, in this case, we don't have any relations. We are just changing the heading. There is no relationship we have created so far. I don't have any relation between customer table or any table. Currently, I am just fetching record from customers, which may or may not have relations with other tables. Okay.
Okay.
So I don't need to have any relationship between these tables. As far as
Okay.
I don't need any other data from other tables. Okay. So
No,
in
that's
this
what I
case,
meant.
yeah.
I mean, I didn't mean about other tables. In
Okay.
customers itself, we need to use the names what is there in the table, right? Otherwise, we
Okay.
will not be able.
Yes. Oh,
That was my
okay.
question.
Okay. Got. So you mean to say the table, the name of the field should be there in the
Should be there.
query.
Then we
In
can
the-
have any other name given to it with
Yes,
the space, right?
with the space. With the space, we can give any other heading to that particular field. But that will not be changed in the table.
Okay, got it.
It will be just shown to you with the
Okay.
heading. Okay. I mean, it will not be changed in the table. Table, it will be first name only. But while display only, it will show you under that heading. That's all. Table data will not be changed. Only for display purpose, it will change. It will show you the display as a, like for last name, I am putting surname as a last name. So in that case, you will see the data surname on the output,
Okay.
but not in the table. It will be last name only. Okay. So display purpose, you can change the heading.
Mhm.
Clear?
Got it. Got it. Got it.
Okay. Okay. So we'll go ahead. So these are simple. This is simple select query. Okay. Simple select query. So like that, we can have select query with a star also. So suppose if you want all the columns of the table, okay. So I don't need to give all columns name, no. I just say star here. It's a wildcard. Okay. So I want all the columns from the table. Okay. So in that case, you can give star here directly. Clear? I don't need to specify each field in the table. I want all the fields from the table, like customer ID, first name, last name, age, and country. So in that case, I'll just put star here. It will show me all the records. Okay. You can try on your own also.
So we have to we cannot have another sheet, is it, to do the second performance?
Means
So
you want to keep
this,
the this
yeah, the earlier one, and
earlier
then
one. No, what you do is okay, that's good. I think you should have this copy pasted, so somewhere you can keep it in your notepad also.
okay.
So that you know when you want to execute again, you can just copy paste it. Okay.
Okay, got it.
So suppose now I want to save this query, no? What I'll do is I'll just put double this thing. What do you call it as? Dash. Right? I put double dash, the color will change to yellow or something, right?
Okay.
So this is like a comment, basically.
Okay.
On the top, you will see some comments here. Before that, there is a double dash. So now in this case, if you run the query, there is nothing because the query will not run because it is a comment.
Okay.
Then you can have query below that, which will run because it is now I put that query in comment, basically. Now I can put new query here. Okay, custom. Then I can execute this query. If you run SQL, it will execute this query, but this query will not be executed. Okay, so you can keep all these queries with slash. Okay, then you can just keep it for you somewhere, copy it, notepad. Okay, so
Prashant, can we
select.
give two queries at a time?
Yes.
Two queries at a time.
No, I couldn't hear you.
Can we give two queries at a time?
Means
In first select statement is there. In
this
that
one
you
first
put
query.
two icons.
First query.
No, can we execute two queries at a time?
No, I mean, can you? Not sure what exactly.
I believe two queries can be run.
Two queries. Acha, okay, okay. Sorry. So two queries means you want to select both of these queries. You mean to say like this? Means you want to run this and this both at a time.
Yes.
right?
Yes, yes.
But in this case, you will see both. Yeah, that's not a problem. But output will be too much. Like you have to scroll down and see. So now first query here, then output of first query, something like this. You have to scroll down. So your output will be like first query, this value is executed. Then after that, this query is executed. Okay. Yeah, it's not a problem. But yeah, your output will be output will go on increasing. That's all. Clear?
Can we run manipulation queries here,
Which one? Which manipulation?
like adding or
Insert
deleting?
or delete.
Yeah, we are doing all these things in a sequence section.
Okay.
So first we'll see how to form a select query. Okay, that is very important. And in fact, for data analytics, you will be more on the select query because you are basically fetching the data and showing the data on like in the graphical format and all these things, right? So you should be very strong in creating queries for tables or joining different tables and creating relationship and then show the data. So basically your 80% part will be more on the select queries. When you are in data analytics or, all these things are mostly you are displaying the results on the graphical way, okay, mostly in the graphics. So in that case, you should be very good in select, basically. So select is a must. Select query, you have to be very good. How to they'll form a complex queries and all these things. So these are very simple queries, but going ahead, you will be doing a lot of other queries. So all are clear till now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So these are very simple queries. Now we'll add one more clause as where clause. Okay. So as you can see, I want a customer's record with the last name as DOE, Do. Okay. So if you, I don't want all the records actually. So you can comment this query. If you have to keep this query, you can comment it and then fire a new query. So all of you can do it. So in this case, I am putting some filter in this with a where clause. Okay, so in this case, I see only records with last name as equal to. So yeah, right hand side, if you see, the table will have two records with do as the last name. Clear? You can try on your own all these queries. Okay, so in that case, you can try all different things. To where last name is Do, where first name is John, or something like that. Okay, try on your own if it works. So basically, what we are doing is we are filtering the data with the where clause. So it's very important. Like we can't just have select star from customers. We can have where clause, or you can have select particular field only, like first name, last name, okay, age or something like that. First name. You can have whatever field you want, age. I want to see first name and age from the customer where last name is going to do. So I can see only two fields, first name and age. So for last name do, I am seeing only first name and age. So you can just try some queries for this from where clause and change the where clause to other fields also. Like age is equal to, can you just, anybody can fire the query for age is equal to 22?
Yeah, I just fired a greater means where
Greater, okay,
age
okay.
is greater than
Yeah,
25.
yeah.
So
These are the operators basically. That will come to come later, but okay, that's fine. So what you did is greater than 22 or something, right?
Yeah, greater than 25. So I got just two results.
Two record. Okay. So here you must have fired like this. Okay, these are the operators basically. Okay. So that also will cover later. But okay, you have fired, it's fine. So where age is if you see this is greater than sign. Okay, you can have space just to readable. So ages greater than 22 will show you records of only age whose age is greater than 22. So I'll see only 25, 31, and 28. So these are the operators basically. These are the comparison operators. So you are doing comparison, but I am if you say is equal to, then it will show you only those who are having age equal to 22. Okay, clear? So all of you can type such commands and just be comfortable in this. See, one thing is that when you do all these things, if you see where clause, so if you say like what we typed was last name, right? Last name is equal to do. Okay. So in this case, if you say, can you just try this command do? Anything? What do you think it is wrong in this?
Should be in commas.
Yeah. Okay. So what? Actually, when you are having characters, it should be in the quotes. Okay. And when you're comparing it with number, it should be without quotes. That is one thing. It's a basic thing for all databases, all SQL. Okay, so remember this. Otherwise, it will not show you result. So if you say for age, where age is equal to 22, if you see in quotes, it won't work. Okay, it works in this. So I told you, some databases it will not work, some databases it will work. So these are different kind of, syntax maybe is little different. In this case, we see both. But if you go in some other databases, it will not work. Okay, if you see quotes in the numbers. But now, some databases, it may work. So just remember one thing. When you're giving numbers, you always give in without quotes. And when you're giving, see, when you're giving in the string, when you're comparing with the string, it will always should be in quotes. Okay, just remember this thing. You can try all the combinations. So are you okay with this? Comfortable in query with where clause? All of you? Or you have any doubt?
We are good.
Are you okay with where clause?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. It's very simple. Like you're just putting one filter in this. But only thing you should remember is when you're comparing with the text, it should be in the quotes. And when you're comparing it with the in most of the databases, numbers should not be put in the quotes. Okay. Okay. All are clear? Okay.
Can we use
Okay.
double filter? I mean, double query like where age is 20 and name is.
Yes. So all this will come, like everything will be there, like this and clause will be there. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now, like this query where country is equal to USA. So all these things you can try. Okay. So yeah. So I'll tell you what are the other operators. Okay, that you already seen one operator. Okay. So all these things we can do. So I think everybody is comfortable in this where clause, right? Any
Yes.
doubt? Any doubt in this? Or still you have any issues? Where clause are clear, right?
Yeah, it is clear. Just one question, Prashant.
Yeah.
Like how we've used is equals to, greater than, less than. What all other options can we use?
Yes, we will come to that. Okay. So there I'll come to that just because that I'm just going through that particular all those slides, which will be showing you all the things. Okay. So now you are okay with where clause, like where country is good, USA, you can put, okay?
Yeah.
Clear? Now, as you said, we have SQL operators. So if you can see on the screen, we have equal to operator, greater than operator, and operators. Okay, these are called SQL operators. So you can try this. Now we have tried equal to operator. We can try, you have already tried age is greater than 25. Okay, that is greater than operator. Then we have AND operator. So you can try all these operators with AND condition also. As yeah, as we have seen that we can put AND operator also. So if you go to screen again, so here you can put age is equal to 22 and you can put AND say first name is equal to David, suppose. Okay. So you can combine these conditions with AND operator. So in this case, you will see record. Okay, first and see, even if you do small mistakes in giving your name, like first underscore name, if you give just first name, it won't work. So you have to be very careful when you are giving column names. Okay. So you'll see only David record. So you are combining two conditions with AND. You can add one more condition. You know, a lot of things you can do. I mean, you can go on adding conditions and last name is equal to Davidson or whatever. Okay, so you can keep on adding the AND condition. You can have combine it with AND condition. Now you can change here with greater than sign. Now I want to see records whose age is greater than 22 and first name is David. I don't see anybody there, right? So there won't be anything. So you can see, okay, this John has got age 25. So if I put John here, I'll see one record because John's age is more than 22. Or John and two Johns are there. Okay. So two Johns are having age is greater than 22. If I see 25, what will be the output? Right? Just try if age is greater than 25 and first name is John.
We
So
don't get any result.
only one record should come, right? Because I am not taking this record because I am taking only this record because
Yes.
that record is only having age is greater than 25. Okay. So try all these conditions so that you are comfortable in where clause and add condition. You can try all these operators like greater than. See here, you have less than, greater than. So all these operators you can try. Like greater, this is greater than operator. Then we have AND operator. Okay. So see, we
Can
can have
you
OR operator also. So if
can,
you are done with AND operator, you can try OR operator.
can we
So
take age as greater or equal to 25 so that it could take
yes. So there are other commands I'll show you. Equal to or greater than. So you can do that also. Yes. So okay. So let's try this thing. If it is greater than or equal to. Okay. So 22. So if you see, if you want to include both 22 age also and more than 22, so you can put greater than or equal to. Or if you put less than equal to, it will include 22 and less than 22. It will include 22 also. So I don't see any customer whose age is less than 22 and first name and John. Or because John has got age of 25. Minimum age is 25. So 22, there is no age of nobody with the name John is age less than 22. So if I put 25, I should get one record. Okay. Clear? So try to use all this less than equal to greater than. See, they are either equal to, less than equal to, greater than equal to. Okay. or less than, greater than. So all these signs you can try. Like we have tried equal to, then we have tried less than or greater than. If you want to combine less than equal to both, then less than equal to. If you want to combine greater than equal to, then greater than equal to. So both should be in the, should not be, ideally there should not be space in between, okay? You should have continuous, okay? And it should not be
If
equal
you
to, greater
want
than something
to
else.
give,
Okay, it should be less than or equal to or greater than or equal to.
hello,
Yeah,
if you want to give less than or equal to 24 and greater than or equal to 24 and less than or equal to 30
yeah, you
in
can
between that.
combine, of course. You
No
try all the
issue.
combination, what you
That's fine.
think, and just see the result, okay? You try all your, whatever combination you think correct, then, and see the result. I am saying, okay, greater than or equal to 25, but it should be somewhat, you can put, and age is less than or equal to 31, right? Something like this. So greater
Yes,
than or
less than or
equal to
equal to 30 you
25.
give.
Yeah, it will show you all this
Okay,
people
okay.
whose age is more than 25 and get less than 31. Correct? Less than or equal to, or if you remove equal to sign, then it will be showing only those who having, just see, in this case we will have only 28. Because I am not including 25 also, I am not including 31 also. So it will show only 28 record. This age 28. So try this combination, and it's very simple, like not nothing much. Only thing is we should know the signs which you are to use for filtering the data. So are you clear? All of you? If you try your commands, okay, try all the commands you think which are correct and you are getting desired output or not. Okay, I'll just come in 5 minutes. Just try all these commands, whatever you think which are good, or you can combine with and all the signs. You try all this so that you are comfortable in where clause and all this less than less. So these are very important. These are the very basic commands, and you have to use it 100 times when you are doing data analytics. So be comfortable in this command. Okay, you should not do any mistakes in syntax, like you should have space in between or something like this. Okay, so you should not have syntax error like this. Okay, so try all this command, like, and if you don't give space, okay, it won't work. So you should have spaces in between. Even if you don't have space in between this, it should work. Okay, that's not a problem. But and you should have space. Okay. So all these things you should try on your unless and do some practice. Where you should have space. Okay, it won't work. So just try all these things. Try different fields and try to combine the fields. Try different operators is equal to and just see the results are coming. Okay. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Done. I think all are okay with all these commands, right? Any problems?
No, bro.
No, no. Okay. So we can go ahead. People, nothing much. So we are just going to all the operators which will be used for your basic things. And if you are in data analytics, you should know these select query very well. Okay, to form a queries. It's a base. I mean, 80% of the time you will be forming queries only. So you should be very good expert in this creating queries and extracting the records. Okay, with all the conditions. Okay. So just try not also. This is one not, just go through it. You will come to know about not and try on your own whether it works. Just oh, oh, billiard. दिल्ली उधर ना तो दिल्ली आती है ना बोला ना कितने हमला भी कर रहे थे वो तो हमने ना ऐसा झाड़ा वाले बोलो ये सारे ना बंदी मान रहे थे Okay, so not is like we are inverting this like equal to we are negating this, right? So if you say not, so in this case we say not country is equal to USA. So this command where we'll try one more command here with not operator. Okay. So here what we can do, in this case, we said not country is equal to USA. You can put anything like I am just negating that so that it will be inverse. Like your result will be, so I believe if you say not here, not. So first name age from the customers where not last name is equal to do. Okay, so it will show you records of people whose last name is not do. So you'll see all this Luna, Robert, Luna, David, Robinson, and John records. Because I am negating this. So I am putting not last name. Not is inverse. Like it will show you records which are not last name is Do. If Do is not somebody who is Do, last name is not Do, it will show you records. Okay? Clear? You try all these commands. Okay. You have to be very good in this forming a query. Most of your work will be in forming a query if you are going in analytics. You should be very strong in forming the queries. So they will ask you to get the records, okay, from the tables, whatever they want, it should be report, creating a report basically. I want to create a report from the table of data. So you should be able to filter all these query records to the particular whatever you want to see basically in display. So all are good with not. Any problem with not? I mean all whatever. All these relational operators equal to and operator, not operator. I hope you are. I can hear. You can hear me, right?
Yeah, Prashant.
Yes,
Yeah.
Prashant.
Okay. So all are good with this, or we
Yeah.
can go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can basically try all these commands on your own. This is a good site for practicing. Okay. So understanding how it is working. So not we have seen where it will be negating. Now we can have multiple operators. See this query. I am uh, selecting a record start from customers where country is equal to USA or country is equal to UK. So I want a record from countries either USA or UK, any. So that we are using OR operator. And I am combining OR operator with the AND age is less than 26. Okay. So I want to see customers where they are country either in USA or UK and age is less than 26. Okay. So we are using how many operators in this? I am using here equal to operator. I am combining with OR operator with other country and using AND operator again for age. So it will filter on that particular criteria. I am seeing only USA and UK records with age is less than 26. Okay. So try typing this command because I am just copy pasting, but you should try typing this command like you will be typing these commands so that you will remember what space you have to put, where you have to put the bracket. Okay. See, when you are combining or you should put it in this in bracket. Okay. So it will take it as a whole, whether USA or UK. So it is like I'm just combining these two things. So I am putting bracket in this. So basically, when you are forming a query, be very specific what you want result as. Okay, so accordingly, otherwise it will give you some wrong results. So I want records from US or UK only. So what I'm doing in where clause, I'm putting this or clause and combining it with the and clause. But before combining, I'm putting bracket. So I am taking this as a whole. Okay, this condition as a whole. So I am putting that in the bracket. So understood where to put bracket and where to not. So this is very important. I think when you're doing more practice, you will come to know about these things. But try to understand these things. When you are combining conditions with or and you have to be very specific what your results you want. So I am getting desired result and it is fine. So my query is working fine. See, now I'm getting less than 26, that is fine. I'm getting US and UK. So my query is okay. So try to change this query and so can you tell me if you put and here, what will happen? Any idea? If you put countries
It will,
USA and countries UK, is it possible?
you'll get both.
No, but no, is it possible? Can you just see?
Because and is put even
No,
before
you won't get
age.
any record because either country can be USA or UK. It can be both, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So you have to be very careful when you're forming a query. Otherwise, you won't get it. See, somebody's customer's country can be either USA and either or UK. It cannot be both. So and condition will not work in this.
And I have one more question. Okay. So when we are using where or and,
Uh,
it should always be in capital letter or even small
no,
letter
that's
will.
not a problem. You can
Okay.
use in small case also. That won't. I mean, this is not a case sensitive as such. Like Python. Python is a case sensitive. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why
So
I had that.
yeah. In this case, in SQL is not case sensitive. You can give in small case also. Like from, I can give in small case. Select also, I can give in small case. That's not a problem. It will work. Problem. Even customers table, I can write in customers like this. Customers. Okay, so it will work. So case will not matter anyway. In this, only thing is your data matters. If you write in small case, will it work? Will it
No,
work or not?
no, because
No,
we
sir.
don't have USA.
Exactly. So my data is in capital letters, right?
Okay.
So it has to match with this. I can't use USS in small case here. It will not give any record. So you have to be very careful. Suppose you will have data USA in your table and somebody says, I want USA record. But you see, no, I don't see any USA record. The mistake may be your case. Your case may not be correct. Okay, so you have to be very careful when you are getting select queries. Your data should exactly match with whatever in the select query you have. Then only it will show you. Otherwise, it will not. It won't assume that you are doing some lowercase and I should assume that USA is equal to USA. So this is case sensitive. Data is case sensitive, not your commands. Okay. Your data is case sensitive. Just remember it. Data is always case sensitive. So if you type S small by mistake, this won't work. It will show only UK records because it won't find USA records. So you have to be very careful when you're typing these commands. I mean data. When you're comparing with where clause, you have to be very careful when you are equating or whatever. Your data has to be exactly matched with whatever you have in the table. Clear?
Yes. And Prashant,
Okay.
how can we get results from two tables in one.
That, we'll combine the data. We have not formed the relationship as yet. Okay.
Okay.
So that will come. No, you have to understand simple queries first, then we'll go for complex queries.
Sure.
Okay, so here I'm negating this not countries USK and not last name though. So in this case, what happens is I am negating this condition, so that will give you inverse results, right? So those results will be like this. Suppose, so you can keep the queries with double dash. So you can always refer whenever you want, or you can execute whenever you want. So I am putting customers where not countries USA and not last name though. So I am getting results of country, those who are customers which are not in USA. So not countries USA and not last name and no names are not though. So I am just seeing the results of customers where country is not USA and last name is not though. So there are three results, two results, I believe. Yes. So I am filtering out this particular Doe and USA here. Luna and USA also filtered out because I am putting not USA. So I am getting only 3 records of this. 2 records of David and John. Betty is also Doe, has not last name Doe. So that's why it is also filtered out. So this record is not there because of Doe. This record is not there. And in this case, USA is means Doe also is there, USA is also. So on both things it will be filtered out. And then this record also is filtered out. Only I can see only these 2 records. Because I am putting the conditions where not country USA, not last name Doe. So all are clear? You can change the condition and see the results. I remove this not from here and see what happens. See all these things, it's like you have to try and understand. I'm getting only 1 record. Why? Because country is USA and last name is not last name is Doe. Who is the person like that? Whose country is USA. So I see 3 records with 2 records with USA. But last name is not Doe. So only Luna is there. Robert Luna. So I see only 1 record. See, you can try all these combinations and do all the things, right? So do all these things, practice. Then only you will be like comfortable with. You can try all the combination, age combination. You can try whatever. Any doubt in this so far?
No.
Okay. So all are clear with simple queries, with where condition and clauses less than equal to, greater than equal to, or condition not. So whatever we have covered is all the conditions in where clause, all the operators, comparison operators like less than equal to, greater than equal to, and not equal to. Clear? And also and or. And condition and or condition. So all are comfortable till now. You can basically
Yes, Prashant.
this you can practice on your own. Okay, so at least you give try to give 1 hour after the sessions so that you are comfortable. See, if you are not comfortable here, then we cannot go ahead with complex queries where you will have a lot of papers to join and all these things. So basically, you should be very clear on these things before going ahead. I mean, you have to do practice, and then only we can like go to more complex queries, because I believe if you are going in data analytics, you have to have like at least 10 tables to be joined, and you find a lot of queries which will be maybe like quite a big queries. These are extremely simple queries. You will be going with at least queries with 10 lines and all that. Okay, so these things are very important to, if you want to go in formal queries. First thing is you should be very comfortable in these queries without many mistakes, any syntax errors, and then only you can go ahead with more complex queries. Okay, so I hope all are okay with this so far. So we can go ahead. Okay. So
Yes.
any doubt till so far for these queries?
No.
Okay. So now, okay, we'll go ahead now. So these are simple things we have covered so far. These are very basic. So now we'll go for more, complex queries. So there are some other, okay, before going in joins and all, still we have some queries which will be, will be required to do using some clauses. So in this case, what I have done is, I have done like distinct. So basically, distinct is a clause where you can find only unique values. Okay. So in this case, suppose you use distinct word. So how do you use distinct? So if you see in the table, I see there are uh, two customers with name John, right? And two customers with last name as Doe. Okay, so I want to see how many, what are the distinct names. Okay, if you say select distinct first name. Now I want to see how many are first name which are distinct, like which are different from each other. First name from customers. Okay, so I'll see only customers which are distinct. Means it's not duplicated. Okay, so I'll see only John, Robert, David, and Betty. So only I'll see 4 records. Because there are 2 Johns, instead of 2 Johns, I'm seeing only 1 John here. Right? So in the same, similarly for how many countries are there total, which are distinct countries, different countries, right? So I say distinct country.
So when we mean to say distinct, it will remove the duplication and
Yes,
just give us the unique
show me
values.
the it will show me the only what are the distinct countries. So USA may have 100 records. There will be 100 customers from USA, but I want to see only countries, right? So I don't want to see USA 100 times. I want to see only distinct countries. That's all. So you can put everything, anything on this distinct. You can put age also. So I'll see only distinct ages. 31, 22, 25, 28. So 22 is duplicated, but duplicate in the sense 2 customers have got 2 ages 22, but I see only 1 age. So any field you can apply, last name, first name, country. Okay, so you can see only distinct in that field. That's all. Means in first name, what are the distinct people, customers? So you'll see only those customers. So very simple, nothing. Sorry. So what is wrong in this? Okay, spelling. So basically, a lot of spelling mistake happens when you are typing queries. Okay. So be careful. Okay, these are very important things. These are very basic things, and you should know before. These basic things you should know before proceeding. So what exactly you are doing? Okay, so before data analytics is a field where mostly you will be working on tables, and you should be extract data whatever your client wants, whatever. Like client will say, I want this data, then you should be able to fetch it. So you have to form the queries, that's all. So you have to form accurate queries, otherwise your results, whatever results will be wrong, shown wrong. So that is not, you should be very perfect in queries. So now there is one count statement here. Okay. Now understand this query. Last query we have put how many distinct countries are there. Now I want how many, no, In last country, you want to see all the distinct countries in the table. Now you want to count how many distinct countries are in the table. That is the only difference. So you have to just put, okay, I'll put count for first name. How many count? Okay, I will go with this distinct count names. Okay. So, okay, if you say country, let's try for the same query here. So count of distinct country from the customer. So distinct country. Now, first you say distinct country only, right? So you see only 3 countries. Now you want count of that. See, now there may be 20, 50 countries, but you don't want to count manually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll just say count of distinct countries. So count is a function where I can put this in the count, distinct country in the count in the bracket. This because it's a function. So I'll see 3 here. So why 3? Because there are 3 distinct countries. Clear? Can you tell me what will be output of this count of country?
Total countries,
Yes.
5.
5. Okay, so it will count total countries 5. Clear? Anything you can put. You can put how many records of in the table.
So Prashant, if we want total 5, but basis on like USA we have 3, 2, UK we have 2, and UAE we have 1, right? So if you want 2, 2, 1, what should we give?
Yeah, that is yes, that is more that we'll see it is a grouping. So we'll come to that
Okay.
later. But
Okay.
that is what probably that can be done. You can see how many countries on USA. But for now, you can just count country where what you can do if you want to how many USA, what you'll do? Where clause, what you'll do? Tell me. Where in
Where
for now, I'm
country
just telling
US equals USA,
USA. For
and
now, but we have some advanced commands where you can have everything at one shot, right? 2. So I have 2 records of USA, right? And UK, how many are there? UK also 2, right?
2.
So you can individually find out, and we'll see more complex queries where you'll find you can have everything in a one shot. That we'll see later. These are this as you advance further, you will have more complex queries. Okay, but for now you just remember this count UAE. So count will just count. Now see UAE has only 1 record, so I'll see 1 here. You remove where clause, you'll see all the records. Count of country, total 5 countries. Yeah, so that's it. Or if you say count star is what? What do you say count star? What will be output?
Count all.
Count all. So 5 only, right? Total 5 records in the table, right? Clear? Sorry.
The number of rows it will show.
Exactly. Number of records or number of rows.
Okay.
So count star is all records count. Clear? It's very nothing.
Yeah.
It's very simple actually. Count just it's simple. They are using simple English words only. Mostly these languages are using simple words. Okay, now I think we have first only we have seen all these things like we are giving heading as a as with as alias because see we have given space last, right? You have given space here, right? Similarly, you can give as also. So actually what happens is some languages there, I told you, every language has got some syntactical changes. So some languages, it will work as, okay? So instead of the space, I am putting as here. Okay? That is work. That is also work. Clear? I am putting last name as a surname. That's all. Instead of, I can put just space also, but I can put as also. Clear? I'm just changing the heading. I'm just changing the heading of that particular column. So I'm changing heading as first name to name or something like that. All are clear? So actually that we have seen previously, but you can put as clause in this because some languages will not put accept the space. It will, you have to put as in there. Okay. So you can put as here, like as something like this. So select customer ID as CID. So you can try this as command also. So instead of putting space, you can put, as. Okay, so it will show you CID as a heading and name as a heading. So you can put as a in between word as or space, whatever. I mean, it works as a with the space also, it works as a as also. Clear? So basically, you can combine these two things also. Okay, so all this, there is one, like we have seen function as count function, there is a function called as concat function. So all these are called SQL functions. Okay, so in concat function we can concat two names with the separator. Like I want to print John Doe as a full name. Correct? So what I'll do is I'll use concat in this. So how will you use? Okay. So I hope you as you are clear about as, right? All are. It's very simple. Like it is just you are doing heading, changing the heading. But I want to see. I want John Doe as a full name. I don't want John and Doe separately. Okay, I want to combine this. Sometimes in the report they will ask you, I don't want first name, last name separately. Clear? So say like first name. See, whenever you're doing select, what it will show you like this. Name from customers, right? This is our simple query we are putting, where it will put, first name and last name. Okay. So I'll see two columns, but I don't want two columns. I want one with one heading only. I want to see John Doe as a one heading only, with some name as something as a header. So what you will do is you will use concat function. So concat, what it does is concatenation is like combining. Clear? So what is the syntax for this? So use select. Okay, select. You can also try on your machine.
Select
Concat.
concat.
Concat. So concat is a function like count. Okay. Concat is a function like count. So say first name, first underscore name, then comma. See, I can put first name and last name. That's not an issue. Okay, I'm just putting simple query, concat, first name, last name from customer. Okay. That's all. Okay, let me comment this. Something is wrong. Concat. Sometimes, okay, this count function, I'm not sure. This may not work. Some functions may not work in some. There may be some other. So I believe this concat is just a minute. I hope it will comma. Concat first name as name. Okay, so I think I don't know. This doesn't work in this particular for database. Probably something is wrong with this. Okay, so probably
Should the full name be given, like
what happened?
concatenate? I mean,
What
should
happened?
the full name be given as concatenate?
No. There is a concat function, but it works in some other databases. We'll see. Maybe there is some other. I don't know. It doesn't work in this, but this has actually combines these two. If you see, I don't know because I tried. Maybe I'm not sure. Concat doesn't work in this. Okay, anyway. So okay, we'll find out why it is not working. Maybe this is the for other database will work. For now, just we'll keep it as it is. We'll come back to this. I'm not sure why it is not working, but generally it should give the result like this. I just taken the screenshot, so it has worked, but I don't know, it's not working. Okay, so basically, just remember, it's a function where you are taking two columns together. That will see how it can be done, but right now, I'm not sure why it doesn't work. So because it was used to work, maybe there are some changes. I'm not sure there's something wrong in this. But basically what you're doing is you're taking first name and last name, combining together with the space in between with the in between space, and then you're taking as a header for this. Okay, and then from customers. So it should combine this as this. Okay. Combine this with the John Doe, Robert Luna, like this. So it should come as it is. As it output will be like should be like this. So basically, I told you every SQL has got different kind of syntaxes, and so there may be some differences. So something which is working in SQLite may not work in Oracle, or something is working in Oracle may not work in PostgreSQL. So every SQL has got its own functions. So basically, basically here in this particular site, what we are using, which SQL we are using, will not, some functions may not work. So that will try to figure out what else we can do on this. So don't worry about this. Just remember, it will work, may work in some other database, but you should know this function. Okay. So this function may not be differ in some other databases, but you should know that you can do this. Okay. Try to remember that you can combine these two things as a concatenation. But we'll come back to this again. Maybe probably we'll find out something in the next session or something, what we can do. So there are a lot of things. We'll cover few of things. We have still time to cover these things. So we'll see what else we can cover, and whatever is not working, we'll try to do some other queries or maybe some other database or something. Okay, so that you know what all things can be done. Okay. So let's see now, all these other commands also will finish off this. So I think you're clear till now, right? What we have done, except the concat thing is not working. So that forget it for now. But basic objective is to combine these two fields, any two fields together. So we'll come back to that again later. For now, whatever commands which are working, just go through it. Okay. So let's try for other commands also. Like we have to get. Are you clear? Any doubt in this so far?
No.
No.
Okay. Concat command, just remember it is a concatenation. So maybe
Okay.
in this particular database it's not working, but it will definitely will be working in some other database. So just remember these things. There will be some small changes in the commands for different databases. Okay. So there are some commands like which are different for Oracle, different for SQLite, different for. So definitely when you work on it, you will come to know, with the experience. Okay. So in this case, we are trying to get top two. Let's hope these commands work. But we have some other things if it's not. So maybe probably there are some changes in the, because these were fired long back. So I don't know. There may be some changes in their application and may not have this command. But let's try to understand the concept. Like you want to see top two. Like if you say select star from customers, it will show you all the records, right? First query. So if you say first query, it will, okay. In this case, you will say all the queries, all the records, okay. But if you want only top two records, so in this case, we have John and Robert, right? John and, oh, yeah, Robert Luna. These are the top two records. So the query here is we see top two and star. So I think these queries, I'm not sure if it doesn't work, fine, no issues. But we can find out some other way of doing it. We can try this. I mean, if it works, it's fine. Top two is like, but there are different ways of doing it. So I believe top two and star. I'm not sure whether it will work. I not run this. No, it doesn't work. From customer. No. So okay, some queries may not work. Okay, fine. So forget these queries for now.
He's going very job.
Okay, so these are like getting top two records, but you know, it will be like different for different databases. So many of these may not work for this database. Probably when I was working this on database, this was working. But forget it. Don't have to worry about these things. So just remember concat function. Okay, and these are like top two, bottom two, and all these things we'll try again. Okay, for this database, what are will be the queries? I'll find out and let you know. Okay, that's not a big issue. Only thing is you should know what are the functions available. Okay, now you see, you know, there are a lot of other things where you have see limit. I told you there are some commands which are like row num is there in Oracle database. Like you want to talk to data, if you want top two rows, you can put it with row num is less than equal to 2, which will work for Oracle, but which will not work for this particular database. Or you can put select first name age from customer limit 2. So these things, these are different commands for getting same kind of output, but it will not work for all the databases. So I'm not sure whether it will work here. Yeah, it has worked here. So see that previous command didn't work, but this command has worked. Okay, clear? So instead of that limit, instead of that top, this command shows you the top two records. Clear? So every, as I told you, every database has got a different kind of commands. Now this row num will not work in this, I'm sure. Let's see. Okay, so all the database will have some little changes, but their output, the functionality is same. I don't think this will work. Yeah, so row num will not work here. But what is working here is this one. So this command is working like limit 2. So I am limiting with this 2. The meaning of limit 2 is I am seeing only first two records. If I limit 3, I'll see 3 records. Clear? So I want to see only top 3 records. So it is showing only basically top records, not from bottom. It is showing from top. So top 3 records, top 2 records, top 1 record. I'll see with the command limit. Correct? Clear? Top 4 records, limit 4. So you can fetch whatever records you want, number of records you want with the limit. But I'm not telling you limit is a common for all databases. So if you tomorrow you are working for PostgreSQL, your command will be different. If you're working in Oracle, your command will be somewhat different. But your concept is same. Okay?
Okay.
Any doubt in this? See, there will be little changes in commands. It will not work for all. Okay, so MySQL will have limit command. I believe we are using mostly we will be using all these three for data analytics. So mostly you will be using limit command. Okay. And if you are using Oracle, then you should fire the query like this. So because you know, mostly these are all open source databases. So you don't, but Oracle is not open source. You have to pay for it. So mostly the companies use this kind of open source data. So I think for you, limit 2 is good one for you. Okay. So any doubt? So there will be some different commands for each, may not work. See, okay, now this is one more. I hope we are not going, you know, able to grasp the thing. We are going in good speed, right? Hello. Are you okay with this speed or it is fast? Everyone?
I'm
Is it
okay.
okay? Okay, we'll finish off with this offset and then I think it's because we have covered a lot. I mean, you should do all this practice, okay? Because tomorrow, you come for session, then you should be good with all these commands what we have done today. Otherwise, again, creating because we will be going in more complex queries. Okay, so in this case, offset. What is the offset is? Offset is like we are limiting with 2, but offset is 3. So can you find, I mean, from this command, can you just see what it is doing? Can you, anyone can find out like what it is doing in this command? Offset command. It is selecting 2 rows starting from the 4th row. Are you getting? So I'm offsetting first 3 rows and limiting with 2. So it is showing last 2 records. Let's try this. So select, say, okay, this is over. So try to, save all these queries and try to see again. So what I'm doing is select first name, last name. First name. See, these are very important, commands, offset, limit, and all these things, because definitely you will be using all these commands in your when you're going in data analytics and all. You should be very good in these things. So last name from customers, because they want, client will want what type of records and all. You should be able to take out. And on that records, we'll be creating graphs and all these things with Tableau and Power BI. So customers limit 2. See, I am putting limit 2 here. So in this case, limit 2 is first 2 records, right? I am seeing only first 2, but I want to see last John and Betty. I want records from the last 2 records. As I said, we have seen first 2, I want last 2. So what I'll give is offset as 3. Okay, offset means it will not show first 3 records. Offset 3. So it will show John and Betty, which are last 2 commands, last 2 customers. Correct? So in that way, you can do a lot of, I mean, you can extract, fetch any middle records also. Can you write a query to get me David and John? Anyone? Hello? Can you modify this query to get me David Robinson and John Reinhardt? Anyone can modify this query? Try on your own and just let me know. I want only 3 and 4 record, customer ID 3 and 4 with limit and offset. How do you get it? Is it possible or no? Can you think about it? Anyone can write a query? Okay, offset 2, what it does.
I got it.
Got it? Yeah. Good.
Limit to offset 2.
Offset, yeah, offset 2 will be filtering out. No, Robert and David, okay, yes, good. Yeah.
David and John.
Yeah, correct. David, Robinson, and John. So what you have to give offset as 2 and limit as 2.
Correct.
So you can extract John, Robert, Luna also. Can you find out? I want just Robert Luna. How do you do it? So these things are like when you go to, if you know these commands, no, definitely it will be useful for you. Like how do we
Yeah.
like?
So limit 1 and offset 1. We get Robert.
Yeah, correct. Limit. So you should be very comfortable in all these queries because in real world, the client will want some reports and immediately you have to fetch the reports which are required. Like in bank and all, in backend they want all the reports and they have specially SQL, SQL developers who will be firing the queries with complex queries with joining 50 tables, 30 tables. So it is very complex. Like so, if you know all these queries, definitely help you to get all the records, whatever you want from the table. That is the accuracy. Even if you do small mistakes in where clause and all, your report is going to be wrong. So actually, it has to be very perfect. Query has to be extremely perfect to get the right record. So whatever we have covered today, I think. Like simple, these are very simple queries. We have not gone in complex queries so far. So before going in complex queries, you should be very comfortable in the queries what we have done today. Okay. So, since in SQL Server and MS Access, we have this type of clauses like top 2, first name, last name. So every database has got different types of commands, but that's fine. Like mostly if I tell you, you will be working mostly in MySQL, Postgre or SQLite if you're working data analytics, or at the most you can will be working in the Oracle database. So you should know this limit command, offset, limit, and rownum. Rownum will be in the Oracle database. So okay, so top command, this SQL top will be used in SQL Server. This is from Microsoft. Okay, these are from Microsoft, these two things. So Microsoft has got different types of commands. So I think still we have a lot of things to do and in operator and all that. But I think for today, I think we have covered enough things. Simple queries. Okay. And I think whatever you have done, just copy paste it somewhere and just keep it with you and try to modify these queries and whatever operators we have done, less than, greater than, and, or, not. Then we have done as concat. I will come back to you on this. There will be some different command for this. Okay, concat, it's not happened here. Maybe there are some changes required. That we'll see maybe next sessions. But whatever we have done till now, like limit, offset, you have to be very clear. And where clauses, comparison operators. So just try to practice maximum, and then we'll cover other things also. So mostly in next session we'll be joining tables, okay, and see the results. So join is like we are having two tables. Now so far you are using only one table. Whatever operations we have done only on one table. So there is an order table you see here. So how do we get the orders from particular customers by joining? Okay, common keys. So those things will be covering. Okay. So I think today, any doubts you have so far? Whatever we covered. Any doubt?
No, Prashant, I just got a function
You got it.
concatenating.
Okay.
Yeah,
Maybe probably on net or did you try on this?
yeah. I tried on this table,
Okay. So
customer
what
table,
was
and
that?
it is. Let me share my screen.
Okay. Fine. Actually, if you can find it on Google also. If something is not working, you can check the concat function on Google. Maybe it is different for different databases. Okay. So probably what is you can share it in your chat also.
Yes.
Just share that query in chat so everybody knows. Like,
Okay.
okay. So actually, you do your research also. Try to find out some more commands. Okay. So and right now, it means we have a lot of sources like to find out. If you are working SQLite, you can find out what are the SQLite commands for concatenation, right? So these things you can do it uh, from your end also do some operations on this whatever uh, you think. I mean, do some research on this. Now we have like Google and all where you can find some commands also, right? So try to find and use these commands. Try to use this in particular. Uh, for right now, you can use the same. This is very best for learning the basic things. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I think did you post the command? Concat.
Yes.
Okay. Let me check. I don't see. Anyway, everybody has got that concat. Okay. Acha. Okay. This is working here.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So basically here there may be some other ways also, but this is also working. Okay. Fine. So these are two. What do you call it as? I don't know. This is you see that on the shift key, right? Above shift key. Use these two. Okay. Yes, this works. Good. Okay, fine. So concat doesn't work here. You can combine the with these two operators. Okay. So these also you can save it. So every in Oracle, concat will work. May not be working in MS SQL Server, SQLite or something. So you just find out. You can find out from Google what things will work in SQL. Okay, but you should know what is the functionality. That's all. Okay, so all are clear. You do your own research and find out any other commands and all. Okay, from apart from whatever we are covering, it's good to find out on your own also because you have all sources available. Even Chat GPT or something. So all are clear for today,
Yes.
Yes.
and you are okay with it, right?
Yes.
So, I mean, it's very simple, but we'll go in more complex queries probably next session, maybe on Saturday, right? Next Saturday.
Yes.
Okay, so
So
everybody is comfortable for SQL. I
yes,
mean,
Prashant, I believe this is first SQL class.
what is that? Yeah. This is the first one.
Okay. And we will be continuing on every Sunday morning, or is it
No,
on
I think Saturday morning and Sunday morning both, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
You'll be there for both days, right? All of you.
Yeah. We wanted to be on weekends.
Yeah. Of course. So we'll be continuing on next Saturday. I believe this 8 to 10 time is suitable for everybody, right?
Yes, it is.
You don't need any changes in this timing, right? All are comfortable in this timing, right?
Yes, Prashant.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll continue in same way 8 to 10. And next Saturday, mostly we'll be covering most of the complex queries and see and try to do practice on this whatever we have done. On same, this is very simple editor, online editor, which I find very useful for learning. Okay.
Prashant, can Saturdays be like timing for Saturdays could be like 8:30 or 9?
I believe everybody is comfortable in 8 to 10. So I don't know. Means I was told that you're okay with this timing. So you talk to, I think, Kanika, I think, right? Who is the coordinator for you? Kanika. I'm not sure.
Yes.
You just talk to her, then everybody's comfortable. I don't have any issue in 8:30 also, but up to you, like you all of you, like not just single person. It is everybody's, uh, convenience. So you have to discuss with your coordinator, and then we can shift. But for now, I assume that it is 8 to 10.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so if you all of you want to change the time, then you can discuss with your coordinators, the coordinator, whoever it is, Kanika or whoever, and then we can shift. But for now, we are keeping. I'm assuming it is 8 to 10 for both days, like Saturday and Sunday. If you want for Sunday, I don't know. I mean, you have to discuss. I'm not one who.
We just got it changed to, I mean, as regular timing as 8 to 10.
Ah, yeah, that's what I was told.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, let it be then. I think half an hour is not much. I mean, I don't think it's good to have, maybe you have to get up early or something, right? Like, little
Okay.
early. For Sundays, you wanted, I don't know, you want some rest or, but okay, I think it's okay. 8 to 10 is comfortable for me also. No. So
Okay.
for now, I assume that Saturday you'll be there on 8 o'clock, right?
Yes.
All of you. Yeah. Okay. So everyone, just we'll join again next Saturday and Sunday. Clear?
Sure. Thank you,
Okay,
Prashant.
then all bye for now. Okay, bye.
Hi.